Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. $142. Welcome into that number episode, everybody that's here. And later on, if you come in later after the welcome, you don't get welcomed. That's how welcomes work. You have to be there to receive the welcome, Jeremy.
You've got to be in the room where it welcomes.
Yes, without it, you don't get to see. Sorry, Slev is in the building. Sim Racer Slev, first time chat. Now then, Boughton Blue. Now that can only be one person. The person I used to work with at immigration.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's such a such a very specific thing. Do you know? I was thinking about immigration the other day. And I was talking about immigration the other day, and good to see you, Slev. I'm not going to say your full name because that would provide information. But
yeah, and the like
I can say
shortening...
his first name is Gary. It's Gary. Call him Gary.
Oh,
Gary is his name.
I was going to say with a pseudonym like Slev.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of ways you could go with that. So that's a good way to maintain your anonymity.
Yes.
Is it like Slevinson or something posh like that?
It isn't. He's not a posh. He's not a posh man. Not a posh man. A posh is not a way to describe Gary.
Gary Sleverama. That's not posh.
Why not? Thank you for trying to find us. Thank you for finding us. This is the 142nd episode of Don't Get Me Started, and you were searching for and another thing, which is something I don't really say very often on this, but very glad to see you. Are you still doing the old immigration? Inquiring minds want to know. Big welcome to Slev. And the rest of you, I guess, good to see you as well on this Hallows Eve.
Yes,
we've gone all out here into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, our plans to get dressed up for Halloween largely got forgotten, really, because
I forgot about it until
literally
yesterday.
I'd forgotten, other than the fact that I was preparing my own child to go out trick or treating. But, like, I forgot about all the other parts of Halloween, like that children would be knocking on my door asking for sweets.
Yeah.
And so when the door went, I'm like, who the fuck is knocking on my door? And then I opened the door and there were children in costume like, right!
Oh, yes, I remember this bullshit. Yeah.
Right, yeah, wait there. I did buy some shit. Give me a minute. And went and found it, and yeah. But it's been a full-on afternoon, evening getting to this point for me, so...
I had to just explain a small amount of Slev-related in jokeness. When we used to work at immigration, there were two fixed points that always had to be manned, and that's Blue X and Black X. So, like, everybody else could sit around upstairs, like drinking tea.
Oh, it sounds like a cushy job.
It's a great job. Back in Dover. You always had to have someone.
Sounds less cushy now. You got to go to Dover.
You did, and you also had to be in the year like 2001. So we've got to go back in time as well.
Great year, love that year.
Great year. And so you always had to have someone on Blue X, which is where passengers came in, because you might get someone randomly coming in not at the same time as a boat, and you had to be someone on Black X, which was the cars. So you had to permanently man both things. And then what would happen is when something turned up, those are the people that pressed the buzzer to call you down. So you needed someone permanently stationed on those. And when we rang up, so you had a phone at the desk, and if someone wanted to know something, then people answer the phone and say, "Hi, yeah, it's Alex." I'd say there's a guy called Mike Dawson who was a proper kind of wheeler dealer, East End gangster type. Don't know what he's doing here. Second-hand car salesman type, Mike Dawson. And whenever he answered, he always answered for Black X. He wouldn't say it's Mike or it's Mike Dawson. He'd be like, Dawson Black. And for Blue X, it was the same, Dawson Blue. And so we used to say it all the time. So me and Gary found this hysterical because it's super unnecessary to speak like that when you answer the phone. You can just say, "Hello, this is Mike. Yes, what's that? Something's happening."
I mean, that sounds decidedly more camp than this Mike character appeared to be.
He would never.
Hello, it's Mike. Feeling very blue today.
So I'd be like, so I did try it, and I think Gary rang me up one night, and I was like, Boughton Blue. And that's what that's about.
This is an incredible in-joke, and I love it.
It is good,
isn't it?
Part of
it. That's incredible.
I wish trick-or-treaters would all fuck off, frankly. Go to the shops to buy toffees, you tight parents.
Ooh, toffees. Aging yourself there a bit.
Well,
you want some toffees? Maybe a little Parma violet or something?
Here's the thing, right off the bat. I mean, Halloween is a waste of everyone's time. Discuss. Hype train incoming.
Wow.
Keris has dropped 100.
I will gently say thank you very much to the anonymous gifter for the gift subs for Slev, our new friend Slev. Well, my new friend Slev, your old friend Slev.
Yes.
And to Keris. To Will for the 142 bits. I hope you liked your very specific intro. And to Keris for the 100 bits. Now, back to your outrageous statement that I used to agree with and now don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I always hated Halloween, historically, for my entire life.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it's a fucking waste of time. It's pointless. It doesn't do anything.
No.
It's called All Hallows Eve. Nobody gives a fuck about Hallows the day after. So
no.
Nobody... Well, what's it for? What is Hallows? Can anyone tell me?
Well, it's...
No, they can't tell you.
Maybe they can't, It's the eve before All Saints' Day. So it's like tomorrow is All Saints as a holy day of obligation in the Catholic
So it's
Church.
not even Halloween, it's
no.
Saint Scene.
Yeah, it's All Hallows Eve. So it's the evening before the All Saints' Day, basically. All Hallows Eve. So
what happens on Saints' Day? Do people get made saints?
Celebrate the saints, and there are a lot of them, Jeremy.
Really?
Yeah, and there's more all the time, probably. No, they haven't stopped making them.
They haven't stopped making them.
No, people die, and people were, famously very.
Do you get to not be a saint anymore when you're dead?
No. When you're dead is when you get to be a saint.
Oh, that's a waste of time.
You can't be a saint when you're alive.
Oh.
It's a retrospective thing.
So you don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labour. It's like, right, he's dead. We can finally give him a sainthood or whatever it's called.
No. Beatifying and canonizing. I think, there's 3 stages to it. Beatifying.
Sounds like something my cat did.
Come on, man. Where's the Alex for Pope on this shit? I'm dropping some fucking bombs here. Fucking hell. Anyway.
But yeah, I used to feel that way.
But now...
but there is something about having a child and it just being another excuse for children to dress up and be cute and go and do cute things.
Yeah. So, I guess it's a perspective thing.
It.
I don't really care one way or the other. I was just like, going on from Slev's feeling about buy your own toffees, you tightwads, and then just running with it. Because I do feel like in America they do Halloween a lot bigger than we do it. Yeah. And they really care about that shit.
They really do. Like, they mark like their summer by when the Halloween store opens.
Right, yeah.
It's usually summer starts when the Halloween store is open. That's how far in advance that they do it. Like, whenever I've gone out to the States in the summer, I've seen so many Halloween stores, and they are huge. Like, taking over an old Toys R Us style size.
Gotcha.
Like, big time stuff.
When I was in America, and that was like 20 years ago now, but...
Sorry, I thought this was America.
I saw these big stores, and I'm like, fuck me, you guys are really going for it. I really quite enjoyed it when I was younger, and I've enjoyed Halloween-based parties, but now I'm thinking, this year I didn't dress up or go to anything, and mainly that's because I looked around, metaphorically speaking, at my friends, and thought, does anybody want to go out to go and do something? And I thought that they probably wouldn't. So I didn't give a fuck. It's not like I suggested to you, or more, maybe like Keris, or Aletha, or Duncan, find out if anybody wanted to go. So I didn't dress up.
I mean, it would have happened on the weekend, and that would have taken away from valuable ticket to ride time. So
we had other plans, but yes. So, yeah, I don't know. Some people like it, maybe some people don't. But anyway, welcome into Don't Get Me Started, especially if you've just come in for the very first time, like Slev has, or if you're an old hand, a veteran of Don't Get Me Started. We've got so many things we want to talk about tonight. But here, from now until about 10ish. And we'll be looking at
10ish?
We're looking at things that have been fucked up, putting stuff in the sea, talking about what's happened this week, and things that are arseholeish. And anything you say will probably get read out.
Anything you say will be held against you
in
the court of law. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. They have a day to celebrate a mediocre 90s girl group. I don't know what I said to get us there.
That's All Saints Day.
Oh, All Saints, of course. All Saints. I mean, were they mediocre?
Yes.
There you go. You've heard it at first.
I mean, their best song wasn't their song. It was a cover of a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. So.
Oh, I really liked. I mean, you mean Under the Bridge? Yeah. The one before that, Never Ever. Never
ever felt so low.
I like Never Ever. But...
Gonna take me out of this black hole. I do like that intonation on hole. They don't just say hole. How.
I like Never Ever. Thank you to Anonymous, who's got us in a level 2 hype train. There's lots of things going on. Tam's in, and the anonymous gifter has been anonymously gifting. 'Tis the season, apparently. The Halloween season, maybe. Maybe that's a good time for
for generosity.
Yes. Well, I really
trick or
appreciate
treat,
it.
motherfuckers. Treat us with a bit of a subby dubby. Don't know why I said
that. A sub-a-dub-dub.
I have literally no idea where that came from.
It's never been said before.
And never will be again. Lest I
want to say it all the time. Sub-a-dub-dub. Anyway, if you've got any opinions about Halloween, just fucking say them.
Keep them to yourselves. This isn't the place for it.
Keep them to yourselves. If you're here, just say what you want. A handy dandy, subby dubby, Harmstone, fuck off. Evening, Dr. Fruitbat. So good to see you. Oh dear, I'm thirsty, Jeremy.
Oh, if only there was something to... Oh, look! Look what he's found, everyone!
I've got a horny goat and I want it in my mouth. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this just hits different whenever I drink it. Oh, it gets better every time, actually. It does taste better than I remember it.
Oh, really?
It tastes like refreshers, and I bloody love refreshers. If you want one of these, why don't you buy it from hornygoat.com, probably. I don't give a fuck.
.co.uk.
Sure. These guys have Google. Horny Goat.
Yeah, it's the one that's an energy drink, not some kind of weird animal-related pornography.
No, because that's against Rule 1.
It is against Rule 1. It's a long-standing rule, and that's not surprising considering it's the first rule. If it was Rule 12, you'd be like, that's probably recent. But Rule 1...
I had to make a rule. What's that guy's name?
Oh, man. Orgoy.
Orgoy.
Yeah. Yeah, for context, and you can tell the story because you'll do it better, but this is a long-standing thing from one of Alex's early streams when he was just doing, like, solo stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know that... I don't know that I don't... Actually, do you know what? Repeating it means I have to talk about it, and I kind of...
TLDR, Alex had to create a rule that said you don't discuss bestiality on Twitch. Apparently that wasn't covered in the Twitch terms of service, so there you go.
Well, listen, it's funny, like a holiday to celebrate the circle of life. More like Sam Hain, but I am not as on board with the super commercial stuff. Fair enough. I don't know anything about Sam Hain, although people really love to talk about it. It's been all over my feed today. There must be loads.
I didn't know anything about it until the NWA, not the
band
group, but the wrestling organization, had a pay-per-view this past weekend called Sam Hain. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I looked it up and was like, right, I still don't know, but cool, good on you.
I wish you dressed up as a goat for Halloween. I missed the trick there.
I mean, I have dressed up as a goat. I am the greatest of all time.
Does anyone else feel William Shatner is a really terrible over-actor? He was dreadful in Star Trek and utterly chronic in T.J. Hooker, which was about a useless police trainer rather than something to do with the sex industry.
I do feel like this is not a controversial opinion and that people have been saying this since the 70s.
Don't we have do you want to get started on William Shatner? Because then you can press a button. And...
What? The controversial opinion?
No, because we've got a Star Trek related...
Oh, don't get me... Yeah, well, I can press all the stings.
Let's press them.
Okay, let's do this one. I didn't think that was going to work then.
That was a moment.
Hold the face, and it's broken.
Welcome to the section, Don't Get Me Star Trek. Yeah, I mean, listen. Celeb Race is a point about William Shatner. I never watched the old series.
I am currently watching it for the first time.
How is William Shatner?
About as much as Slev says, yeah. Overacting, like, it's just very, very overacted. I don't hate it. I kind of find it's of its time. There was a lot of overacting going on in the 60s and 70s. Like, people felt like they had to differentiate their acting from like real life for some reason.
Do you feel like we wouldn't get away with that nowadays? Like, if that was on now, people are like, this is bullshit, I'm never going to watch it again.
Well, that's the thing. Very recently, they have recast James T. Kirk in Strange New Worlds.
Oh, okay.
And people fucking hate him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't. Like, I really dig can't remember the guy's name. Sorry, guy who's now James T. Kirk in Strange New Worlds. But
they had to, though, right? Because they need someone to be the guy.
They couldn't have put fucking, 80, 90-year-old Shatner in there and be like, just go with it.
Someone has to be him.
He's supposed to be 20 years before the original series, but just go with it. Yeah.
No, someone's got to be him. And I think now, people, obviously, they expect a lot more from their series. But back then, maybe they didn't. And maybe if you'd have made that today and of that standard, people are going, what the fuck is Star Trek? It never would have gone. But the whole series was so interesting.
Yes. Well, and I think the fact that it was so campy and overacted is part of what made it take off and have that kind of cult status. Because there were lots of just good series back then.
Mm.
We don't give a fuck about them now.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it was so OTT and it was progressive that people really dug it, I think.
But even though my experience, because I have to say I never really watched the old series of Star Trek, so I couldn't really tell you, but all the films...
I'm nearly finished. That's how far through I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the films, i.e. the kind of, roughly...
Khan!
Right? I mean, that is big, but I mean, I would probably be that angry if I'd been, trapped underground, as it were. But I feel that a lot of the stuff I was watching when he was doing that seemed fairly reasonable. maybe he calmed down a little bit.
I think he did calm down by the move. Paul Wesley, thank you, Curtis.
Oh, okay.
/ Google, because I know that she didn't know that off the top of her head. But thank you for looking it up.
I think he gets better. I think when he gets to the voyage home, he seems...
I even think he's less overacty in the third series where I'm currently at now.
Maybe he just gets better. I never watched TJ Hooker, so I can't say.
I haven't seen TJ Hooker. And I've been meaning to watch, but have not done so yet, his other major series, Boston Legal.
Oh!
Have you seen Boston Legal?
No, but that seems like something that would be fine, right?
Yeah.
Because is he a lawyer in that?
I've no idea.
Let's say he
he's
is.
In it, and it's probably set in Boston, maybe, and it's about law. Maybe.
It does sound like a kind of a Law and Ordery kind of thing, but without the law. Yeah. Just the order. No, without the order, not the law. That's what I'm missing. Law is the mind you. That's it. When it's law and order, the order bit of the police and the law bit is the lawyers. I never watched it.
The law bit.
But now, do you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying. It is confusing
because the law is both.
I'm trying to. Yeah, they're both the law and
they're both the order. Oh my god!
What the fuck have I watched 20 seasons of this shit for? But now I'm trying to think through the intro, No, law is the police, order is the...
Order!
Yeah. Not that they do that really in America. That's more of... Yeah, do they?
I'm going to allow this.
They probably do. Yeah. Objection!
Overruled!
Jez can't remember shit.
Sustained.
You got to sustain that one.
Absolutely got to sustain it, yeah. I feel like we'd be good lawyers if we just watched enough lawyer-related shows. Like, many people probably think they'd be good doctors because they've just watched enough Grey's Anatomy.
That's true, yeah. I mean, anyone can, covet a McNugget and generally be annoying, right? That's all you need to be a doctor in Grey's Anatomy.
I want a McNugget right now.
Yeah. He's good in shit my dad says. He is good in shit my dad says, but that's basically because he is himself. In Shit My Dad Says.
Shit My Dad Says?
Have you not seen Shit My Dad Says? Oh, I loved Shit My Dad Says and was gutted when it was cancelled.
I don't know anything about it.
It's based on the early internet web series where a guy basically documented the stupid ass borderline racist shit that his dad said on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like this show, but one guy just shouting at clouds and his son writing it on the internet. And so they made a sitcom comedy series of this guy living with his dad. William Shatner was the dad, and it would just be William Shatner being angry at things,
right?
Setting up traps to punch kids in the face for daring to come and deliver his morning newspaper and weird shit like that. But it was really funny. I really enjoyed it. The world did not agree. it was cancelled. And per my previous assertion that anything that gets cancelled after one season cannot possibly be good, it is therefore not good.
There you
empirically.
go. Yes. Fact. What I would say... Oh, I completely forgot what I was going to say. We can move on from... Don't give me Star Trek, because we've got Star Trek a little bit about.
Yeah. Are we just going to try and do as many segments as possible today?
Yeah.
We've planned no segments, so we'll do all the segments.
Let's do all the segments.
Okay, what do you want to do now?
I want to do... This is happening, so we just talk about what's happening. Did you have an order to this? You want to go Tifu?
Yeah, let's do that first. Okay. In that case, let's keep the law and order thing.
Yes!
With the section we like to call Today I Fucked Up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
Shut up, Harmstone. It wasn't that bad.
Do you know something? All my stuff's fallen. Oh, yeah. There we are. Everything's in the wrong order. The wrong law and order, am I right?
Now, this Today I Fucked Up has been in the works for a very long time. That's not to say that we've done a lot of prep for it.
No.
It's that it was found a long time ago and it's been sat on the clipboard for a while. So we're going to smash it out.
And then I can throw it away.
Exactly. Well, recycle it because you're a good boy.
I am a good boy.
Yeah.
And I always recycle.
Always.
Kind of. Paper?
Margaret recycles.
Margaret.
He just yeets it over there.
In the morning, she clears everything up. Something we'll say about this. This is Today I Fucked Up, where we take things that fuck-ups that have happened on the internet and we read them out. This was in a bit of a spot where we couldn't find many good ones, and I really think this is scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I'm going to read it out anyway, because so many of them were super shit. I'm going to read it out anyway. We've only got one. Can we get a Margaret? Can we get a Margaret? Can we get a Margaret in here?
Yeah, the problem is I do what you do and just yeet shit across the room.
Oh, can you get a Margaret?
But
I see.
You know, Karis and I don't have a Margaret to clean it up afterwards,
right.
so it just gets left on the floor, basically.
No, I'm afraid perhaps not.
She's one of a kind.
Today I fucked up by jumping on my own damn trampoline. Today I fucked up by jumping on my own damn trampoline. This just happened a few hours ago.
Well, it might have done when you found it, but
it's been like 6 months.
6 months since that point, yeah.
But I mean, at least at the time, the person was like, today I fucked up, it just happened. So many of them aren't.
Yeah.
It's been nice out recently, and my kids and I have spent a lot of time on our backyard trampoline. I love trampolines, always have. And luckily, my kids do too. Yeah, lucky that kids like a trampoline. Like, what kid doesn't like a trampoline? Like, not today. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand that at all.
No fun for me, Dad. Can't be asked with that today.
What kid, when faced with a trampoline, went, nah?
Well, if you face it, it's probably not as fun. You're supposed to, like, use your feet.
Oh, yeah. Just looking at it, it's probably unnecessary.
Or face planting it. That's no fun either.
Yeah.
It's whiplash written all over it.
I'm trying to read what Harmston said. I'll get back
They're
to it.
talking about Survivor, and you don't care.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I've got so many series at the moment. I watch so much stuff. We'll get to that with This Is Happening, but oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Anyway, I work from home and I felt like getting some fresh air, so I went out and started jumping on the trampoline. It's working from home. Has a break. It's like, trampoline break. Just for fun and some exercise. We've got a basketball hoop on there, so I was bouncing around, dunking the ball, just having fun. I'm 42 with some minor knee issues, so I was taking breaks here and there. There's nothing more comfortable than taking a micro nap. That's a nap that's just a small nap. Not like, it's like a mega nap.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a micro nap. It's so, like a tiny...
It's the opposite, isn't it?
Yes.
It's nap, but only
a little bit.
Yeah.
On a trampoline on a cool spring day with the sun shining. I didn't bother to change my clothes beforehand, so I was wearing the same old ripped jeans, wrinkly, stained white V-neck undershirt, and trucker hat that I've been wearing while building Drupal websites for work all day. I don't know what a Drupal website is, but...
Probably doesn't matter. He looked like... What's the one that's on the cartoons? Droopy and Dripple?
Oh, Droopy?
Yeah.
It's like a little deadpan dog.
Yeah, and then they brought in a sidekick for him called Dripple, who was basically their answer to Scrappy Doo.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Droopy and Dripple, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Drupal, does he not host Drag Race? That's a good joke. And you know it is a good joke. You should...
I get it.
Give
I
yourself
like
a
it.
pat on the back for that one.
I also have a fairly bushy beard, much like me at the moment. I haven't had my hair cut in
I
ages.
need to do mine.
But the guy wasn't free this week.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, so when I wanted to get my hair cut last week, he wasn't there. He's been away all last week and into this week. So I just caught it at the moment where
What if he quits, Alex? What are you going to do then?
I
I can get my haircut done by any of the other two guys there because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do if that guy doesn't
I'll
work there
go
anymore?
to his brother.
Fair enough.
Probably. But not to Jason, who I saw the other. I don't think Jason likes me very much.
No?
No. To be continued. The bottom line is he doesn't really talk to me very much.
Oh.
But I'll tell you about it in a bit. I also have a fairly bushy beard and haven't showered yet today, so my hair is all bed-headed. My beard is kind of unkempt. I clean up nice, I swear. I don't care. In hindsight, I can see how this might have looked a little strange since I was on a trampoline with no kids in sight, and my attire wasn't really appropriate for the activity. Also, something about bouncing on a trampoline makes me laugh, so I'm always grinning like a psychopath the whole time. The other factor was my dog. He does not approve of the trampoline.
Well, I don't approve of him, so maybe stab him. I don't know. What do you do with dogs?
Whenever someone is on it, he's running around frantically, barking at the top of his lungs. Usually I put him inside, but I really didn't care today, since it was just me, and frankly his reaction is kind of funny. But the way he barks about anything, he sounds pretty alarmed if you don't know him. Almost as if an intruder who didn't belong was on the trampoline.
Motherfucker on my trampoline! Get off! Alert!
I was on there for about an hour.
Jesus
Hour?
Christ, mate! No wonder you're working from home. Are you sure you're working from
An
home?
hour?
You've been fired.
An hour on a trampoline? How long do you think anyone can stay? I can stay on a trampoline for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you bounce for an hour?
Even as a kid, and like half an hour tops, probably.
You don't need to bounce for an hour.
Bro.
I don't believe you.
An hour.
Incredible. Lacking credibility. I was taking a nap on the trampoline. No shit, you were on there for an hour. When I was awoken by someone saying, "Sir! Sir!" I opened my eyes and there were two police officers staring at me through the mesh safety wall of the trampoline. Apparently someone had observed a middle-aged bearded guy wearing ratty clothes jumping on a trampoline all by himself, intermittently napping on said trampoline, with an alarmed dog running around the trampoline barking at him, and thought, this doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And then called 911.
I mean, 911's a bit excessive for somebody bouncing on someone else's trampoline, but sure.
In hindsight, I get it. I'm 6'4", lanky, and I just don't look like I belong on a trampoline in any way. Certainly not alone on a trampoline. I probably would have thought I was on meth or something too. The cops very firmly insisted that I exit the trampoline, which I did, but the opening in the netting just isn't meant for someone my size, and I was suddenly nervous, so I fumbled with it for a bit and then kind of half fell out of the trampoline. Didn't look good. Here, I should mention, I was totally stone sober. No shit, you're working today. Or not.
No, he's pretending to work. He's trampolining today.
Can you imagine if someone if I was working from home, I went out for a trampoline, someone took a photo of me and like, oh, I guess Alex isn't working, and that went back to work.
Yeah.
How does that look? Fucking hell. Little did they know that this is pretty much how I always exit the trampoline. It's never graceful. They were pretty skeptical for me for a minute or two until I went into my fucking house. But it didn't take long to clear things up. They're pretty cool about it. And we even laughed a little by the end, even though their general demeanor told me they still thought I was a fucking weirdo. But they can fuck off because it's my house and I'll do what the fuck I want.
Also, both can be true. It can be your house and your trampoline, and you can still be a fucking weirdo.
Which I guess I am, but whatever. TLDR, jumped on my own trampoline while looking like a crazy homeless guy, and someone called the cops.
Would have been even funnier if they'd have just dragged you out of there in cuffs and waited to get down to the station before talking to you. But this one's true, because it wasn't embellished in that way.
No. Well, there you go.
Very nice.
You never have the police called, because everyone knows you, Alex. That's true. Hashtag Prince of Folkestone. I'm the Prince of Folkestone. That's true. Haven't said that in a while, actually.
No.
Mainly because most people know it, but there we are.
You aiming for your dishwasher then?
Well, I was aiming just straight in that direction.
Fair enough. This
But
mug was
it often
probably
ends up under the dishwasher. That's really past my throat, Jeremy. I'm going to soothe it with some delicious goat in my mouth.
Whenever Alex is thirsty, he likes to put a whole horny goat in his mouth.
God damn, that's recharged my energy. Da 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 da. What are you drinking, Jeremy?
I'm drinking Pepsi from my portable drinks thing because I ate before coming out,
Yes.
and then I made the error of pouring myself an entire ass glass of Pepsi, and I'm like, oh
I
yeah,
provided you a bottle.
I'm going out now. So I just got my portable thing, poured it in there, and brought it with me. But it's finished now, so I will dispense with that and move on to this very kindly provided bottle of Pepsi Max.
Yes. How lovely.
Don't Get Me Started is not sponsored by Pepsi, but we remain hopeful.
Can't be giving you that energy hit that I'm getting from this goat.
Well, I didn't really get an energy hit from that last week.
No, me neither, but I'm just saying it anyway. I can't tell the difference between me before and me after, to be honest with you.
I can. Before, not a massive corporate shill. After, corporate shill.
Oh, yeah. But actually, I kind of enjoy doing it.
Are you enjoying it more this week than you did last week? Not that we didn't enjoy it last week, but it was...
I have to say...
It was just nothing.
What I will say, this week, it doesn't taste quite so nothing-y.
Oh, okay.
It tastes a bit more... What it will say is, like, doesn't it look like there's something underneath this where the...
Oh, yeah.
Where they... Because they...
This double printed it.
This is just a sleeve that's been stuck onto a can, so God knows what it said before. We should take this off and see if there's actually anything underneath.
What other brand of energy drink it originally
like Poison or something, and I'm like,
Red Bull. It's just a Red Bull thing underneath it.
Pepsi ASMR. Don't get me ASMR'd.
Yeah, I deliberately opened it right next to the
Oh, nice. Well, listen, bit of Tifu to kick us off, bit of Don't Get Me Star Trek. We better move into a different section. I'm going to say, why don't we go to the section we like to call This Is Happening?
Sure.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
You giggled then. Did you just read that properly for the first time like me?
No, I didn't.
Don't get me ASMR-tid.
No.
That went over my head the first time. And
I think I said it properly, but no, I laughed at the fact that you managed to, knowing there's quite a long lead time into the This Is Happening, you managed to respond to what I was doing, even though you'd already pressed the button, which I thought was so good.
It's not my first fucking rodeo, mate.
It was good. It was
I've been
good.
here
I
before.
thought, he's not pressed it. He's not pressed it. This Is Happening, the segment where you can tell us good things, haps, and bad things, naps, which you can use your channel points to use. I'm not really speaking. You can use channel points to use them. Oh, God.
Channel points are used for using as channel
Use
points.
them! And we'll tell you what we want to tell you, and shit's going to go down. Right.
Hope that was clear.
It wasn't. Yeah, so just say what's going on, and we'll talk about our stuff. What's happening? What's happening? What's good? What's bad? What's shaking and shages?
So, I'm going to start this off with the same old trope. The fucking weather.
Oh shit, I was thinking about that.
Year. And you know how I feel about this time of year and autumn and winter and all that kind of wintry bullshit that goes on out there. I don't like it. But this year, I have been trying to embrace it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And trying to tell myself the positive things about...
Yeah, because Jez does not like the bad weather.
I do not like this time of year at all, in terms of the seasons of it. There are things that happen at this time of year that I love, like, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that kind of shit. But generally, I don't like it.
Yes.
Mainly based on the weather. But I tell myself things, like positive things to try and get through it, like, oh, it's fine. You get to wear your woolly Chicago Bears hat.
Yeah.
You don't get to wear that in the summer because you'd fucking die.
Yes. It would be too much.
And things such as that nature. And, this is the time of year when you have all of those kind of autumny flavors of stuff, like spiced apple and all that kind of thing. Get like nice air fresheners that smell like autumn, and I'm like, cool. There's
mulled wine a little bit later on in the year.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been more tempted to break my mince pie and mulled wine rule than this year.
Yeah.
I almost bought myself a box of mince pies this morning.
What happens if someone else buys you them? Do you feel like you have to?
They go in the cupboard until after Thanksgiving. Yeah. No. If I could loophole myself out of it like that, you could bet your ass I'd be saying, "Alex, would you buy me some mince pies?"
I would do that
so that I could negate my own rule. But no.
Why have you made a rule? I mean, you could change the rule. It's you. It's your life.
See, here's the thing. I'm British, and so I need to find extra ways to be miserable.
Right. Yeah.
And so denying myself the thing I want will make me miserable. Therefore, I do.
See, I'm the opposite of that. I want all the cool stuff all the time.
But then there's the other aspect of it. And it's, if I started eating mince pies and drinking mulled wine from the moment that they hit the shops, I would be the size of a fucking house. And I'm already a fat fuck. So I can't get more fat. Well, I could, but I don't want to. So, yeah. So I figure after Thanksgiving and until New Year is just over a month in which I can gorge on it.
Totally
like,
reasonable.
how many calories can I put in my body in a month?
I mean, yeah, exactly.
You know,
That's
there's
very
only
true.
so many calories you can take in, probably.
Yeah,
So,
there's got to be a cap.
Yeah.
A bit like when you use your Oyster card. You know, there's got to be a cap to how much you can actually spend. Yeah,
it's like
totally.
if I eat all the mince pies on one day, then I can't possibly get too fat from that. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. But despite all of these methods and tricks I try to do to make myself enjoy this time of year, it's still just bullshit. Still, I'm fucked off with it. And it's just things like, I've got to get up off my arse and turn a fucking light on at 4 o'clock. It's just so inconvenient.
So much about this season isn't for you, Jeremy.
Yeah. And like, so I'm having to use more electricity and more gas to like light and heat my home when the summer just did that shit for me. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So accepting reasons why this season is not bullshit.
Yes.
Please convince me. I'd like to be more positive about
all the
it.
things that you mentioned are the reasons I like the season. I mean, I don't like the rain either. But
you like wasting electricity.
I don't like that. But I like the coziness. I like trying to embrace the coziness of it, and that's the bit I like the most. Basically. So yeah. I also kind of like the fact that it's like the NFL season. I know it's already started, but like I often associate like this part of the year with, you know, sitting in and drinking wine and watching football and all that sort of stuff. So
it is a positive, yeah.
Yeah, I try to look at the positives. The negatives don't tend to get me down very much in general.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is I do all of those nice, positive, cozy things, and then I've got to go out in the pouring, windy rain to do stuff, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there's the bullshit.
Right. Yeah, I would say something that just popped into mind when I saw the words toffee apple crumble pizza, which, what the fuck? That sounds incredible.
Oh, did I not tell you about that?
No.
Oh, I'll tell you about it in a moment.
There's so much to say. By the way, I love how Slev is embracing our don't get me started attitude
get
here.
Your rants in.
Black Friday, what a load of rubbish. When can we talk? Can we talk?
We can do C afterwards.
Okay, we'll put it in. We'll have a look at maybe we'll do the C, and then we can maybe talk about Black Friday. Whether it goes in, I don't know. I'm just going to read what he said so we don't forget it. What a load of rubbish about Black Friday. Why do we have it? We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Why not call it commercialized flog your shite for not much cheaper than retail price commercial entitles Friday?
Probably because it's a big mouthful. It doesn't go well on a poster.
No.
It's probably the reason, Slev.
Yeah. But we'll come back to that in another segment. So hold on to that thought. So what the fuck were you talking about? I'm a bit confused. Oh, by the way, I've been eating like crappier stuff recently because I had a period of time, not dieting, but kind of like being more.
Oh yeah, you had a
myself.
period of time when you were making yourself miserable for fun, weren't you?
Yeah. Well,
like,
basically,
I'm not drinking any wine until I go to Essen.
Essen, that's right. Because
all right, mate, it's your fucking funeral. You enjoy that shit.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a big deal. It was only like 2.5 weeks or something like that. But all it really meant was that, like, rather than go, I'm drinking wine, and then I get to Essen and go, and now I'm still drinking wine. I thought, let's just take a couple of weeks off of like not going crazy, and it dropped my weight from like 81 kilograms down to like about 75 kilograms, and I felt a whole lot better with my life. And that meant that I then had some headroom to fucking eat and drink whatever I wanted. And I still have that, really. So I just keep relentlessly eating random crap. And one of the things I never really have desserts. Coming from the toffee apple crumble thing. I never really had desserts. I often just eat food and no pudding. Not a pudding guy. And then we went round to see Tight 10 Tim the other day. Tight 10 Tim's new house. And he said, he's going to cook for us. bring pudding. Pudding. So I brought some of those goo. You know the ones I mean? Those individual puddings.
In the glass jars.
In the glass jars. And
Very wasteful. Just put it in plastic.
Something, yeah. And I...
Put it in another food. Make a case out of food that you can eat.
Right.
Get on it. Good.
Double food. I got the Zillionaires shortbread cheesecake thing.
Had that one, yeah.
And it's very, very tasty. I really enjoyed it. And I had the key lime pie. Not so much of a fan. No. But suddenly now I need to try them all, basically. But yeah. So seeing pudding, one of the haps this week. I had some tiramisu as well. I've never really had tiramisu.
See, I don't like coffee, as is well established. But
yes.
I do like tiramisu.
It's quite light on the coffee, I feel, but I haven't tried very much of it, so I don't know. Right, other things, haps and naps before we dive into there.
Let me just tell you about this this toffee apple crumble pizza first. So you may remember a few weeks ago for my daughter's birthday, we went to Legoland.
Yes.
So for lunch, we went to an all-you-can-eat pizza place.
Nice.
Pay a fee, eat as much pizza as you want.
Yeah.
And when you go to an all-you-can-eat pizza place, you kind of wonder how are they going to handle dessert.
Yes.
And the answer is they'll just make a dessert pizza. And their answer at this time of year is a toffee apple crumble pizza.
Shit me.
Which sounded, decent when I saw it on the poster or the card on the way in.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when it came to putting it in my face, it was another fucking level.
Wow.
It was incredible. I've never been a fan of desserts terribly.
No.
But I would eat this all day fucking long.
I must try it. I have to see it.
Absolutely incredible.
It's something we only have to go and get that by going to Legoland.
To Legoland,
oh,
yeah.
Shit.
It's worth the price of admission alone. I say that completely seriously.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Have to try it. Yeah. Ali Lawlaw's in. Welcome in, Ali. Good to see you.
Hello, Ali. Thank you very much. I like my blue shirt too.
Tiramisu. Ooh, ew. Tamsin doesn't like tiramisu.
Yeah, but she doesn't like cheese
stuff.
She doesn't like real food.
Ali, I'm so glad you've asked me what I'm drinking. I'm drinking Horny Goat. It's a new energy drink, and you should try it. Go to Horny Coat. Horny Coat?
Go to hornycoat.co.uk. And then when you find that's the wrong place, go to hornygoat.co.uk.
And you can drink some. I've occasionally had other energy drinks with Jägermeister, and now I'm drinking this one straight, and it's fine, but I don't like it very much. But if you want to try it, I'll send you a can, because I've got some. Mission accomplished, Jeremy.
And if you want to buy it and you want free shipping, you can use our friend's discount code Bedlam10, I think it was. I did write it down.
Yeah, you got it. No, that was it.
Didn't
you write on the box?
I wrote it on the box, which I
gave back to you.
Which I don't have anymore. I think it was Bedlam10.
Horny Goat. Some context for people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Our friend Ben, who runs a podcast called Absolute Bedlam, you can look up Absolute Bedlam podcast and find it, has a kind of a deal thing with Horny Goat where they sponsor him to talk about it, and he gave us some so we could look at it and drink it. Well, not just look at it, actually consume it. And I keep drinking it. And I'm not a big fan of energy drinks, but it's not massively offensive. That's the tagline. That's the slogan. Horny Goat, not massively offensive. And if you don't like energy drinks, you won't like it very much. But almost finished it.
I don't like energy drinks, and it was fine. It just doesn't really taste of anything. But if you just want that hit of the pure energy,
it's not unreasonably tasty.
I'd drink it 100 times before I had a Red Bull.
Oh, I'd have it over a Red Bull.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If you said to me you have to drink an energy drink, I would.
Oh, it's the best of all the ones I've had.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair play to them, I guess. Now, I'm coming around on Horny Goat. That sounds weirder than it was meant to.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they bring to the table and whether we would like to continue business with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Going to need a table to see what they bring to it.
Yes. Yeah. We should go and negotiate with them.
We'll see what they bring to the sofa.
Yes. When we go to the Horny Goat Brewery and film ourselves there. Where is it?
Thirsk. That's a great place to have a drinks company.
Thirst?
Thirsk.
Thirsk.
But it sounds like thirst, doesn't it?
Gets
Yeah.
your thirst fast.
Yeah. You can tell it's a small business because they've got a P.O. box and they don't want to tell people their address.
They don't want to hear the shit about what
I need
people...
a P.O. box.
Thirsk. Oh, it's in York. They're in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yo.
Number.
And then a number and 2 other letters.
Why is it called Horny Goat? I'm so glad you asked that. It's called Horny Goat, I think, because originally the way to get the energy was to make an actual goat horny and then kill it. And then they basically pulverized it down into something, and that was their first drink. And that was horrific and disgusting, so in the end they just made it out of something normal, like carbonated water and E numbers. But anyway, no, it's natural. It's natural.
It is natural.
It's not all natural. I mean, it's got some stuff on here that isn't natural. God, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about.
I was going to say, even like chemicals and shit are natural.
I'll give Horny Goat a go. Will.
We'll send you one. Will.
I'll send you a can.
Yeah. We've got loads left.
We must have your address kicking around somewhere.
Yeah, I've got it still from sending them wine randomly.
It's kind of not clear.
Yeah, it looks like piss.
It's kind of not clear. Is it goat piss then, or something? Or something, or goat cum? It does look like goat piss. Yeah, give us your address. We'll send you.
Yeah,
a can.
it involves you sending us your address, though, Ali.
You've got to give us your address.
We know how
secretive
how
you are
closed
about
off
that.
you are.
If
About
you
that
give
kind
me
of
your
shit.
address, Ali,
and
I
your
will
actual name,
I will send you. I'm happy to put Ali Lawler on the front of it.
Are you?
That doesn't bother me.
I want to know his name.
I know. I like the fact that it's a secret.
Shut up, Alex. I want to know his name.
By the way, I was on Elf stream last night, and I was
Oh, yeah.
waiting for one of her mates to kind of give it away by like, I should hang out with her stream all the time. They always call her Elf, but one of these days, someone's going to go like, Katie, I can't believe you do that, and I'm going to be like, I've got it, I've got her name. But anyway, I'll come pick it up from Jez's, no props. That's fine. Jez has got some.
It's all right. Then I'll torture you until you tell me your name. So, same result. So yeah, why are you presuming I'm a he, Jeremy?
Because your name's Ali, and we thought it was based on Alistair, the guy that you were talking about, who's the YouTuber.
And whenever you talk about anything, it's like lads. So,
Yeah.
So I could be wrong, but I'm hedging my bets a little bit.
Yes. Anyway, got to go. Good to see you guys, though. See you later, man. We'll see you another time.
Indeed. Yeah, so we got to that from Toffee Apple Pizza. It was incredible. And now I will return you to your regular schedules. You were going to tell me something that's happened now.
Can't think. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll tell you what's happened to me. I can't stop painting little figures, Jeremy. I'm doing this 40k thing. I'm reading the 40k book and a 40k book thing that Captain Brilliant gave me, and I've made some figures. I've painted some figures. I'll show you now. The burping up the horny goat coming out of my mouth. I don't think I really like the taste of that burp coming up. So,
Is there any burp you've tasted that you like the taste of?
No, but maybe apple strudel burp might be quite nice, I suppose. Raindrops on roses.
He likes a strudel burp. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I'll show you I'll show you my little thing. I can't speak while I do it, but I'll show you what I painted. One of them doesn't have a head.
And that's the best one.
They do look very similar. Yeah, I think that one is the best one. One of them's got a head. They're not quite finished yet, but they're good enough, basically. So, hold on.
And I will paint 40,000 figures, and I will read about 40k. Gonna put your hand behind your thing so that it does a focus. Except you haven't got a spare hand. Da 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 da. The blue matches my top. Look at that. You could blend into my top, I think.
Yeah, so now... Yeah, so that's my current obsession. I'm really enjoying painting them, actually. And if I wasn't doing this right now, I'd be painting the other ones up and getting the gold on all of them, basically. And then putting their heads on. Making them be actual armies. Because, I've got 1,000 points I have to make. And 5 of those dudes are worth about 150 points.
Right, I was going to say, you're going to need to explain what that means.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got to paint 1,000 of those things? I'm like, this hobby is bullshit. Fuck that.
They are hap. They are hap, Will. Thank you.
Yeah, I was ready to watch him try and paint shit and him do a shit job and then take the piss out of him, but he has deprived me of that honor.
I'm so pleased that that was your intention, because that's always fun. But I'm so glad that you like them. They are fun, basically. But yeah, I really enjoy it. But the way it works, in an effort to make sure that everyone can have the same armies and to standardize it, all armies have points. So like these and 3 of their mates would be, as I say, like 150 points or whatever, and a big fucking tank might be, I don't know, 400 points, and you have to make an army of 1,000. A lot of games work this way.
Talk about your fucking corporate gatekeeping. It's like, you want to play this game? Fine. You need to drop some money and get these figures. But not only that, you've got to drop your money on some paints. Only the official Warhammer paints will do. And then you've got to paint them all up. And not only do you have to do that... You don't get me started. You have to have, like, a fuckload of them. You have to get 2,000 points worth of them.
2,000
that's cool.
is the standard, yeah.
How many is my figure worth? 150? Fuck you. You've got to do, like, I can't do maths, 8 or something.
I tell you something, I know what you're saying, and I do agree. But the good thing about these is that actually, by the time I've got like 1,000 point, there's going to be so many. And when you put them on the field,
you're financially committed then, and you can't quit the hobby. They know what they're doing.
It'll look so fucking cool to have so many fucking boom. But I want to make this big fucking thing, but that's worth about 500 points. So if I make something smaller that's harder, I can just basically, it won't take me longer, but it'll,
Yeah, but how much does that thing
cost? But that costs quite a lot of money. It's all scaled. But you could do, like, one army. They have ones which is like one army against another
scaled,
army.
Is it? Well, it might be scaled up.
No, probably. I hadn't really considered it.
Like one figure costs £4. A figure 10 times the size does not cost 10 times more. It costs 100 times more.
Yeah, I don't think actually the big thing is like, I'd have to divide points by money, and then I'd know.
Yeah,
that would work.
That sounds like something you could do.
I could definitely do that.
Yeah, spreadsheet it.
Yeah, and I could tell you which ones are the cheapest ones to do. But I've really enjoyed it, and basically can't wait to make a load more, and then put them on a big thing, and then we can play with them. And I'm going to make a load for me, and I'm going to make a second army. And then anyone can play against me. Because they can pick either army, and your cost will be 0, basically. Anyway. So, I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. And what I really want is there to be like... Did someone say spreadsheet?
I kept Karis away.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at them like, nobody's... I'll look at you. It's a lot of fun to paint them. And now that I've got it, I'm really pleased with it. So... I just have to make more of them, and then I'll have an amazing army to smash people with, because you can have as many points as you want. So if we want to do a 200-point battle, it'd be my 5 guys against your 5 guys, it just wouldn't last very long. But if you had like 500 points, but apparently Chaos Cards does a 1,000-point league. So once I've got to that, you can go and take my 1,000-point guys, and I don't actually know what they really do. The other thing I was enjoying, that we were enjoying the other day...
Push this one forward, push this one forward a little bit further, and this one can go backwards a bit.
Maybe. Was playing Minecraft.
Yes. So not only have you got this obsession, you've joined in on my inadvertent obsession as well. And after the conversation last week, Brogan, what's his new name on here?
Something about poo. Oh, poo.
Oh dear, said poo.
Oh dear, said poo.
Something like that.
Oh fuck, said poo.
What the fuck is this?
Jesus, said poo.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, poo, said Piglet.
Brogan, whatever he's called on Twitch now, set up a special... Oh, bother, said poo. There you go. That's it. Thank you, Tamsin. That is on brand for Winnie the Pooh. Probably should have got that.
Oh, bother.
Yeah, never mind. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother, said Pooh.
Anyway, he has set up a DGMS realm on Minecraft that several of us have joined and started blowing the shit up out
building things,
with
learning
creepers, and to the point that Alex has got Minecraft signed up, spent money on
I bought
Minecraft.
Well, the thing is, like,
and he's in.
I don't like this whole thing, and this goes back slightly to this sort of stuff. I'm not like super rich, but I have money to spend on things, so I don't mind spending.
Burn.
Yeah, so like I don't know what other people are spending their money on, but like,
I mean, what else would he buy with it? Like a second coffee machine?
don't be ridiculous. I could get a grinder though. That's a really good point. And Black Friday's coming up. A-Sled. But anyway,
Black Bean Friday,
right?
Does anybody do that in the coffee world? You're missing a trick there. Patent pending.
So like these five dudes. These five dudes are 35 pounds
Each.
No, one for all five of them.
Fuck for that.
35
Right.
quid. So
Okay,
I guess
that's
they're
fine.
£7 each, right? Because
Yeah.
that's 35 divided by 5.
That's maths.
Quick maths.
Pretty quick too.
I'll talk about quick maths later. Yeah, I mean, I love this thing. You're going to fucking kill people. Yes, I am. Oh, amazing. I'm so happy. But yeah, I mean, Minecraft was 20 quid. So I don't really understand Minecraft all that well. I get it. And actually, I really enjoy it because it's a bit like Stardew Valley. You get bits and you make things.
There's a lot of kind of just mindless doing in it, and it can be quite relaxing to just be like, okay, I'm going to mine this thing. It's like dig.
What do I want to
dig,
do?
dig.
Oh.
Dig. It's quite chill like that.
Yeah, I quite like that, and I think I'm going to quite enjoy that. There's obviously a lot I don't understand about it, but yeah.
Like why the creepers keep turning up and leaving a crater in your vicinity.
So what's amusing in a way, and I'm not saying I don't want to play this with Aletha because we played it quite a lot last night, or was it the other night? We played it quite a lot, and it was really enjoyable. But because she knows it all, she knows the answer to it, and I don't want to know necessarily the answer. That's a game I'd like to explore myself, because given time, all I need to do is I want to craft something. I'll go into the crafting section. What is it you want? Oh, you need this. Oh, I'll go and cut it down. So I'm happy, so I don't mind being shortcutted. Oh, you just do this. Oh, we've already done that for you. Because that's to a degree, that's fine. But if nobody was around, it was just me, I would just explore that world on my own, and I'd have quite a good time. But what I will say is, we said, come and join the DGMS server. You really should. Brogan's on it, I'm on it, Aletha's on it, you're on it now.
And my daughter is on it as well.
Yeah, Hannah's on it, and Keris is on it. So we've got some. I tidied up the creeper holes. So we've left that town now.
They're just fucked up.
We've gone somewhere different. So what happened was, to give you an update, like anyone cares, but we do kind of care. Previously
on Minecraft.
The place where it drops you straight away when you join in, Brogan made a little house so you can kind of immediately not be fucking killed. There's no bed there, so you can't sleep there, I don't think. So as a result, you kind of have to keep dying and going back to there. But then Aletha found a little town.
Yeah.
And got killed there.
When you came over for the NFL on Sunday, you brought your Switches and Steam Decks respectively with you, and
yes,
played a bit while we were doing that. And yeah, Aletha found that village and then promptly died and couldn't find it again. So you found...
Well, here's the thing I did, because... And it doesn't mean anything to you, but you kind of go out and left them back on yourself, basically. Because at one point, she said, oh, I'll just give you this thing. And she kept running away from me. So I chased her, and she was always like that distance away from me because she unbelievably just kept going straight, and I couldn't catch up with her. And then I put bollocks to this. I'm not going to chase her around. I'll go back there. And when she said yesterday, she said, oh, where was I? I said, well, you went this way. She said, how do you know that? I said, because I fucking chased you for ages, and then I couldn't be asked anymore. So I know which way you went. And then I just kept going that way in a natural way, because there's some water down there, so I'm not going to go near the water. So which way would I've gone? And we found this other village, and it's got about like 10 houses in it, and all these villagers. And I went there, and I found a house, and I tried to sleep in the house, but I couldn't because monsters were near. And then a villager came into his own house and slept in front
of his own bed.
Yeah, he slept in front of me. I was just like, I'm just about to. Who the fuck is this? And the villagers look a bit like zombies to me. So I'm like,
yeah, I don't know what the villagers look like on the special. Because Brogan's added a texture pack, so it doesn't look like normal Minecraft.
No.
But normally on Minecraft, the villagers look like they have massive penises on their faces as noses. So I'm interested to see whether they look like penis faces in DGMS world.
I think the villagers may have died in that area because the first night we got there was a tiny villager, I presume was a boy, and a bigger villager and a few other bigger villagers. In the last few days... game days, obviously, haven't seen so much of them.
Yeah.
So it's possible they got killed.
See, I'm quite new to Minecraft as well, but I do get the impression that as soon as you, the player, discover a village, it exposes them to a lot more enemy damage than they would have ordinarily had. Like, when they're just NPCs in a virtual non-existence, they don't get fucked up by zombies and creepers and shit.
Yeah.
But as soon as you alert them. I don't know how to even term this. As soon as you discover that village
Yeah.
and it becomes an actual thing, then they just get killed, turned into zombies, blown up.
Yeah, because you're the protagonist. I guess all the bad things are after you anyway. And
Yeah.
if you're standing near other shit, it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed finding that place and digging around. And now we found a hole. And so we've been digging into this hole. I get quite claustrophobic going down into these things because I think that we'll be down there when all the shit happens and it'll be too dark. And I keep wanting to get back to it. But essentially, we found another village. You guys should come and join us in Minecraft and fuck around with us.
Yes, you should. Yeah,
because it's lots of fun. And if we go on at the same time, we'll all go and talk on Discord at the same time. It'd be a blast.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I've got my own shit to do on Minecraft, so I'm only interested in playing the DGMS world if other people are online with me at the same time. Like, as much as I've gone in there and built myself a little shack so that I'm like set up, I'm not gonna.
There's no point in you going.
I'm not gonna play that world on my own.
No,
it's only going to be when other people are in there. So get the fuck in there, motherfuckers!
Get in there.
Come and play.
We'll have to arrange that.
Some Minecraft. Like,
I do find that game is quite annoying because
it is annoying.
It's hard. I mean, it's probably easier if you've got a mouse and a keyboard, but constantly standing in the right place to do the thing, then clicking on it, and then I try to click on something, and I accidentally click too near to something else, and the whole thing is quite clunky.
It's not better on keyboard and mouse. It might be slightly easier, but it's still annoying. Like, why the fuck have I put that block there? Like, the fuck is this shit? Modded Minecraft or nothing for me. I mean, I think it's modded. It's got a different texture pack.
It looks a bit textured, yeah.
It's meant to look like a fantasy game rather than regular Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you come and have a look at it and then leave
just
again?
come and have a look. Yeah. If you do want to join, exclamation Discord, if that still works, it should do, and you can get an invite there. But first come, first served.
Yes. At the moment, there's me, you, Keris, Aletha, Brogan, and Hannah.
Yeah. If it gets too big, we can kick my daughter out. Because, she's
so
6.
there's probably room for 5 people there. So do come and join us.
Anyway.
And maybe we can make a big town or a city together and just embark on something stupid together.
Yes. There it is.
Except Will won't join us because he hates it.
Yeah. Basically, all of you people need to stop being curmudgeons and come and play the shitty kids game.
With us together.
Yes.
Incidentally, while I'm thinking about it, I was looking at tickets. I don't know when I want to do this, but I was looking at tickets for the play that goes wrong. And I think we can get tickets for like 53 quid or 65 quid for the play that goes wrong, which I think is quite reasonable for a West End comedy.
I don't know what this is.
So there's a comedy called The Play That Goes Wrong, which is basically just a farce. And everything that could go wrong fucking goes wrong. And it's funny. I don't want to say too much more about it, but it is really funny.
I mean, I haven't been to a West End musical, so I would be keen to go to a West End musical.
In this sense, there is no music in this one. It's just a play.
It's just a comedy.
Show. Just a show.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a comedy.
Same applies.
I feel pretty fucking confident, which is why I've selected it, that everyone will love it. I don't think anyone's going to walk out and go, yeah, bit shit that. I honestly feel.
So what you're thinking is this could be our big end of year kind of gathering type thing.
So what I was hoping,
we'll meet up in London.
We meet up in London, we go to the show, we have some food, we have some drink, we do what we want, and then we'll come back again.
Sounds good.
So I really want to do it, but I want to find a time when we can all make it, so maybe we can all discuss that. But I would really like to get anyone down. We'll do it in London. Everyone can come down, we'll go and see this
Yeah,
thing.
London Central, right?
Well, it's where the show is, so we kind of have to be there. And maybe another time we'll put it in Birmingham or some shit.
No. It's central to where matters, the South.
Yes. This is where we are. And I'm organising it, so that's what's happening. So maybe I'll put something in there about that. But I would really like to find a time, ideally before the end of this year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, it depends how people feel about that. I think 50 or 60 quid odd is quite good for a show, and it's really funny. So it's going to be, travel up and food and drinks. So it's going to cost some money, but yeah, see what you think. Let me know. I'll put a post on.
Should we do some of their haps?
Yes.
Not many, but if you want to get your haps and naps in, now's the time. Use your channel points. Share your hap. Good thing, nap, bad thing. Hap says Tamsin, adorable rainbow witch came trick or treating.
How cute.
That is my daughter.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
After years of missing Tamsin, as Tamsin just fucked off on Halloween rudely, they actually caught her today. I say they because I did not go trick or treating. I was recording a podcast.
Right.
But
Fair enough.
yeah, but she was adorable because I helped her choose the costume.
Nice.
Hap says, Karis, I did a drive.
Does she not often drive?
She has been driving more increasingly.
Right.
But we have bought a second car for her.
Oh, okay.
And it's slightly older, so it doesn't quite have the whiz-bang like mod cons of a new car.
What
that
car
she has
is it?
become accustomed to. It is a Renault Clio.
Oh, cool.
So it's it's a decent, nice little car. But yeah, we went out driving in it to get her used to it a little bit. And yeah.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
And she didn't crash it, so
that's
the
good.
goal, isn't it? Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
But conversely, she says, "Nah, forever sick. I would like my ears back now, please."
So yeah, she was sick the other day.
Yeah, she's been sick for about a month, but it's not like a sick as in a blur, I'm going to make you all ill thing. It's like a shit going on in her ears. And
Okay.
she generally won't fuck off type thing.
Not good.
Yeah.
But we came around to see you the other day,
Yes.
which was Hap.
Yes, I have this on my Haps as
Oh, cool.
well.
We'll get to that then.
Yeah.
And we didn't get sick, so that's good news.
No, and that's it. We wouldn't do.
Well, do you want to go with your Haps then? Because I think we're at the top of the Haps now, aren't we?
We are, yeah. My last Hap is the wonderful board game that you bought and brought round.
Yes.
And we all played on Saturday. And that's Ticket to Ride Legacy.
Ticket to Ride Legacy.
That's not what it's called, is it? It's Ticket to Ride Legends of the West.
Legends of the West.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Ticket to Ride Legacy.
Ticket to Ride Legacy. Which I'd seen in Essen and got massively mega queued out of buying it. Every day it was a bigger queue, and every day I just thought, fuck this shit. And it was more expensive there, and I got it for cheaper by just coming home and waiting.
He did not have a ticket to buy.
No, didn't. I just bought it online, and it arrived early, actually, because it should be coming on the 3rd of November.
Oh, well, it's already come, so
Yeah.
fuck you.
It's amazing. So it said 3rd of November is your pre-order date type thing. It will come then, and then it didn't, and we played it early, so fucking great. Brilliant, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was great.
It was great. It's a lot of fun. I was wondering what to expect, really. I've never played a Legacy game before.
Yeah.
And I've obviously played Ticket to Ride, so obviously it's probably not obvious. I have played Ticket to Ride, and I thoroughly enjoy Ticket to Ride in its original form. And I was like, is this going to be gimmicky shit that ruins it, a la many of the other expansions to Ticket to Ride?
Yeah.
Or is it going to add more value to the game, which is something they've been trying to do for a very long time and failing? And the answer was, it's added value and it's a lot of fun.
It was fun, and actually it feels like it has similarities to other things that Rob Daviau has done with Pandemic Legacy and Betrayal Legacy and probably Risk Legacy, all these things that he had also done. So it does feel for me like I can see the format, which isn't bad, but I can see kind of like how it works now. They always have a deck that you have to go through one bit by bit that you don't alter and mess around with.
Yeah.
But we're well used to that. That's just becoming familiar with it. But yeah, there's some elements to it immediately that were quite a lot of fun. I don't really want to spoil anything about that just in case you ever play it, but the revelation of what happened when we opened the Ticket Conductors box was so much fun.
Yes, I was a very giddy schoolboy when we opened a box and there was something in it. I was very happy with that.
So we'll see how that goes, but ideally we'll get Matt Moat when he's free again. We'll continue, because there's 12 parts to it and we've done 3.
3?
Yeah. So we should be able to smash it out.
And you'd hope there's some playability in it afterwards as well when you finish.
Yeah.
It doesn't just end. But yeah, as my first Legacy game, there is a part of me that feels uncomfortable with the concept of like doing shit to it as you go along.
Yeah, ripping things, changing things,
and all that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, there must be a better way. There's like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
Like I know, getting card sleeves and just drawing on the card sleeve instead of trashing.
That's interesting because I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
When I first played Pandemic Legacy, I bought it for my brother Patrick, and in the first thing, it kind of gets you into the idea of ripping cards up pretty quickly by saying, now you've done this, rip this up straight away. And Patrick was like, what? And I was like, we have to rip it up. And so we had to the idea so then we just ripped it. When I was playing stuff with Duncan, every time he had to rip something, he ripped it off center, and he didn't mean to. It's just Duncan was just really crap at ripping cards in half. So honestly, every time he ripped it, and it kind of curved off like a really, really not like just curved down to the other corner from the middle to the corner in a kind of a strange curve. And every time I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And every time he's like, "This time it's going to be fine." He ripped it. I want to think to myself that maybe he was really leaning into that, but he really wasn't. He just can't rip cards. So yes, we had a wonderful time playing that, and we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
So many fun things at the moment. Really pleased. Right, what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do now, because I feel like we talked about Minecraft.
We were going to put some things in the sea.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, well, introduce the segment, sir.
This is a segment we call Get in the Sea.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
So, for anyone out there lurking, anybody new?
Yes.
What is Get in the Sea?
I'll say. This is where things that we hate or we think don't deserve to be things alive, we throw directly into the sea. The world is full of stuff that we don't like, and we put it in the sea. So if you've got a suggestion...
Which makes our life better, doesn't it?
If you've got a suggestion for things you want to put in the sea, just say it. Oh, do we have a channel point thing for this?
There is a channel point thing for it, and we have some suggestions already, but not knowing the etiquette, I would still like to discuss Slev's suggestion
of Black Friday.
How do you feel about Black Friday?
I mean, Black Friday doesn't bother me. I know that Slev suggested a connection to Thanksgiving, and I don't fully understand it. Does it mean like it happened? Is it like the Friday,
it's the day after Thanksgiving? Yes.
See, I don't, because we don't do Thanksgiving. I know we do have a Thanksgiving thing, because as a nation we don't do Thanksgiving. It ultimately has no connection anyway, so we still get all the Black Friday without the kind of thing. So that for me doesn't really make any difference. For me, the whole thing is, do you hate Black Friday? And I kind of like it because then things get cheap.
Yeah. I mean, we've historically had Boxing Day sales.
Yes.
But I've no desire to go out on Boxing Day to the shop.
No.
And I know you don't have to do that anymore because it's 2023 and the internet exists. But the concept is the same. And you do have to go out for some of the Black Friday deals.
Yes.
And you have to go and trample an old lady to get a new TV and things like that.
But for all the times that this TV that I got on Black Friday.
I remember you getting it on Black Friday, actually.
And they just sent it to me. You know, I didn't have to. I've never had to go anywhere.
Never have you ever trampled an old lady to get a TV.
Never ever have I trampled an old lady. Classic All Saints. But yeah, no, I never had to do that. All my Black Friday purchases have just been online, and it's been really easy. So I haven't really got a problem with people dropping prices.
Yeah.
I think there are some good prices out there.
And some of them are artificial. You know, it's like, you've gradually increased the price leading up to the day so that you could drop it back to the price you had it originally.
Yeah.
Which is deceitful bullshit.
Now,
but I think those specific cases are what should be put in the sea rather than the entire concept. Because who generally doesn't want something cheaper?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I do. I mean, there is a thing about I can't remember the name of it, but when what you just described, there's you're not meant to do that. Like, if you want to put something in promotion in a supermarket, it can't have been on promotion for X amount of time. It has to have been at a price thing for a while. That's just something that the people where I work have to do. So I don't know how it works in other places. But generally what happens is I tend to put things in a basket that I want. Like, there's some headphones I wanted a couple of years ago, and I had them in my basket just to see what they would come, later. And some, my limited experience has been fine with it. But it's like now I want to get a Kindle because I've been reading Alita's Kindle.
And Black Friday is the perfect time to get a Kindle because Amazon do just slash the prices. Yeah. Shit. And that is a massive price reduction. You don't get better reductions than on Black Friday with Amazon, I don't think.
So,
apart from that, when they do, what's it called, Prime Day.
Yes.
Probably the only exception.
Yeah, which I would have done it for Prime Day, hadn't I? But yeah, do you know what? I don't have a beef with Black Friday.
No. And in response to the thing, well, we don't do Thanksgiving in this country. Well, I do, and it's your loss because it's just an excuse to eat loads of nice food.
We do, yeah.
And watch a parade and watch football and not do anything. So, claim it on religious grounds as a day off and stop being such a dick.
Do you know, the other day, Letha was talking about making a pumpkin pie. And
I plan on making a pumpkin pie because I have pumpkin by virtue of making a jack-o'-lantern with my daughter.
Oh, nice.
I need to get on that shit, though.
We got a can in the... Well, actually, we couldn't find a can anywhere. I said, I think we've got one in the cupboard. And she's like, I don't know, I think we used it. And I couldn't remember. So we tried to buy one, couldn't find one, came back, dug in the cupboard, and found the exalted can, so we're going to use it. So, no, unfortunately, Black Friday, Boxing Day, definitely can't go in the sea. Black Friday, not going in the sea. Staying dry, we're going to keep it. I need to buy a Kindle. Need to buy a Kindle. But appreciate dropping that in.
Yes. And on the theme of trying to put, days and occasions in the sea, Harmstone says, Halloween, unless you're under the age of 6.
I said earlier, because Sled was talking about it, and I tried to bring it up to see where people were with it about it, but I have no real problem with Halloween.
No.
I quite enjoy Halloween I don't attend them, but I like the spookiness that happens on various things. Like, I watched Strictly the other day, and this is just an example, but they will make a Halloween episode. So I just kind of like that sort of stuff. I quite like the, suddenly have horror films coming out and various bits and pieces, and I kind of like it. I quite like leaning into it. I don't want to dress up as anything, but...
No. Like, you can access these things to the level that you want to access them. So, I don't think they're hurting anyone. Unless you're a hyper-religious Christian that... Like...
My dad hates Halloween.
Of course he does, yeah.
My dad hates Halloween. Because, he doesn't want people to turn up at his door. He doesn't want people to kind of just turn up. He's retired. He doesn't want people to come around.
Put up a sign.
And it also...
It's not hard.
He has a sign. He has a sign.
Yeah. Yeah, I would much prefer people put up a sign and say no trick-or-treaters or whatever, than what Harmstone does, which is just turn out all his lights and go and sit in a dark room at the back of the house. Like, come on, man. Either lean in or put up a sign.
If I lived on the ground floor...
They're not Jehovah's Witnesses.
I would probably go in for it a bit more than... Well, now when I don't have to do anything, really, because no one's going to...
Put a sign outside. Come up the stairs, children!
Stairs. And then what I should do is get my, white...
Sweets available!
That would be good. Actually,
you
Halloween
get
is...
a lot of children at your door then.
Halloween is great if you really go to town with your costume. Actually, do you know what? I mean, I would like to. I think this year I didn't. And there's part of me is like, oh, shit, perhaps I should have done. So maybe next year I'll
just rephrase what Dr. Fruitbat said there. Halloween is great if you really go to town with your costume and you're 18 years old and really fit. Of any gender.
That's true.
That's who it's for. It's for kids to go and get sweets from people's houses, and it's for young adults to look hot and then go and have sex in costumes. And then when you get a bit older than that, just ignore it.
Listen, you can still go out when you're older and have sex with these people you're talking about.
It's true. I mean, I can't. I'm married, but I get the concept.
She doesn't have to know.
It's true, actually. Yeah,
I've got your back, man.
It's not like I'm, broadcasting live. Or
we don't have to. Listen.
What
happens?
What happens while dressed as a slutty pumpkin stays while dressed as a slutty pumpkin.
Good luck with that. Hey, Ali. Welcome back. Halloween is staying dry. We're not going to put it in the sea. I like Halloween.
I agree.
The anonymous gifter gifted you a sub.
That's not what he asked, though. He said, who gifted me a sub-Jez? Now, I don't know who sub-Jez is, but I assume he's inferior to me.
The other day, something that rhymed with Jez, and I must ask Aletha because I don't remember what it was, something that rhymed with Jez came up, and then I said a phrase which uses that rhyme phrase. And I'm like, oh shit, that could be a segment. It was such and such Ez.
Oh, really?
Right, but I'm trying to... Aletha will remember.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to spam these everywhere, feel free.
Go for it. I love the idea of a new segment, so...
Yeah, I can't remember. Jez. What rhymes with Jez? Pez.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Says.
The Jez says, know your role and
Bez.
shut your mouth.
Oh, I can't remember. Maybe
I would probably know that I've made it in life if there was a Jez Pez. So, dispensing
Just,
sweets.
I
From my
remember,
face.
was it Jez on a Pez? I remember. Didn't I make
Jez on a snares?
Jez on a
And
snares.
Jez in a fez.
Jez in a Fez. I
Yeah.
thought I did a Pez one.
Yeah, you might have done a Pez one.
Yeah,
I don't
Jez in a
remember it.
Fez.
But yeah, we'll dig those back out for Christmas time coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, I don't think there's anything. Have you got anything you want to put in the sea?
I have one thing that I would like to put in the sea. Yes.
Oh, I wonder if I'd had one as well.
And I'm surprised it lasted this long on dry land. To be honest with you,
Go for it.
It fucks me off. And just to quote it directly from myself, to the sea, people who relentlessly let other people out at junctions.
Relentlessly.
I mean, relentlessly. I don't mind if, every now and again you're generous and you go, out you go.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
fine. That's all good. But I mean relentlessly letting people out. You're in a massive queue of traffic and continuously, repeatedly, they're like, yep, you can go. Oh, yeah, you can come out of this other side junction. Yep, you can go. I'm like, there's a queue! Just go forwards, you cunt! I want to go home!
I totally agree with this. I tend to be. I mean, listen. I don't know which situations when people get let out, and sometimes there are difficult parts in town where like these people are going to be there forever if someone doesn't do something. But I get the I will if I let someone out, I let one person out and then I go.
Yeah, one person is fine. If everybody let one person out, it would be
We'll
okay.
be fine. So I'll do one. I'll give you one.
But there's always this one cunt that lets like a stream of people out when there's no
I know.
room. And then they just
I
sit
know.
across the road, getting in the way of the other lane of traffic. And I'm like, oh, now we've got to let them out and we're going to be fucking here forever. It's just, there's a highway code for a reason. And it says, don't let people out.
Do you know?
Just follow the rules of the road.
I was waiting at a junction, and so I'm waiting, and I have to give way. And it's like, I'm in the junction, and I'm waiting to go onto the main road, and someone was coming along, and it's just along here where there's the zebra crossing bit, and she came along after the zebra crossing and saw me and just stopped to let me out of that, and that was just very confusing. And something Aletha said is like, you shouldn't do things which like confuse or disrupts the normal order of the road.
Yes.
Because like that ends up being in a situation where people, do I go? Because I shouldn't go. Because if I went now and she went into the side of me for some unknown reason, then I'm in the wrong. I've pulled out into it because I'm at a junction waiting for there to be no one there. But she evidently thought, oh, I'll just let this person go. And I'm like, why would you?
Yeah. The rules,
You're on the main road. Why?
Exist in order to put everyone on a level playing field.
Yes.
You should know how everybody is going to react in a given situation because it's written in a book. If you then go into, oh, I'm going to be nice and go into business for myself and allow other people to do things that are not in the norm, then it's a wild west
Then
of
it's chaos.
unpredictability.
Yeah,
so
and then
just
accidents happen.
follow the rules. If the people that are on a side junction have to wait forever, it's
wait.
their own fault for going to Home Bargains at school let out time. Fuck them. Fuck them hard.
Yes.
It's their own fucking fault. You should have gone to get your fucking cheapo shit earlier or later in the day.
Listen, those
don't go
people
at 3 o'clock, you cunt.
Those people can go across to McDonald's and chill out for a bit.
Oh, they want
They
to
can walk
fucking come
across.
out. They want to fucking come out of McDonald's as well. Don't go to fucking McDonald's at
That
school run time
area
either. Just stop.
No.
Go at 2, go at 4. Don't go at 3, you bellend. Honest to fucking God.
Yeah, so where this was at the beginning, which was letting too many fucking people go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you need to put that shit in the sea.
And it's a big old...
Boom. Big sploosh.
You know, really gets my horny goat, it does.
Do you know what? I've got me a horny goat here. In fact, it's finished. Maybe we should do a segment called Getting My Horny Goat and like sponsored by Horny Goat.
Hey, I mean, if we're gonna do it, I think we
That's
need to
what we
make
do.
it our own.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What gets your horny goat? And it can't be the noise goat makes, like much like I just did.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. An elephant?
It
maybe?
wasn't a goat, was
No.
it? Maa! And it just floats across like this. What gets my horny goat? It's almost worth going along with it just so you can get fun content out of it. But like,
Well, again, let's see what they bring to the sofa.
Mm-mm-mm.
Right. Did you have anything you wanted to put in the sea? Or
Almost
have you...
certainly, but like
but
I
you
can't
can't
think of
remember
it at the moment.
It's fine. There will be other Cs.
I don't have to rush it,
No.
but sometimes I like to
Strike
think-
while the sea is hot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what I've been
Ride
doing.
the wave.
Yes, but I think I have nothing. I have
Other
nothing.
sea-related puns.
Yeah, no. I think we should probably.
I think it's about time.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one might be. We might get this one really, really tight to the to the end of
Or we
this.
could finish early, and then you can go back to painting.
I really want to paint.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I want to paint, Jeremy.
Well, let's waste no further time and move into our final segment. It's the segment that we like to call "Am I the Arsehole?"
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
And those children are wrong at your door, asking for sweets.
Buy your own sweets, says Slev. Am I the arsehole is a section where we find times when people have suggested they might be the arsehole, but they don't know, and they've gone to ask the internet, and now you to arbitrate on their arsehole tendencies. Basically.
Arseholery.
Yes. Arsehole mio. And we've got two. I've got one, you've got one. Now, you found these.
Yes, I think you should go first.
I will. Okay, I'll just...
Because mine is going to piss people off. I think.
Okay. All
to
right.
the point that when we've had it on my clipboard for a couple of weeks, and when I read the title of it out loud from the other room, Aletha exclaimed something. I don't even know what it was.
Oh,
but
fuck off.
But the fact that there was an immediate reaction, like, right, yeah, that's going to be the reaction in the chat. So we'll save that one. That's gonna be
Okay.
good.
Well, this one and your one will see us out, and then hopefully we'll in Discord you can join Minecraft. Don't forget to join the Minecraft server because
Yeah.
I want to see you build a house. I need help with my house.
Yeah, and just to finish off that point, it would be cool if we could all get together on like a Discord voice chat and do shit and
That sounds so much fun.
like scream from creepers and run away together.
I've built a wall. I built a wall around
Alright,
where I
fucking Donald Trump.
am. No creepers are getting in. No
Yeah.
creepers are getting in. But the zombies can shoot over the top of the wall.
I mean, the skeletons.
Oh, the skeletons.
The skeletons are the ones with the bow and arrows.
Aletha said it was a song, but it doesn't. Yes, no, she probably didn't say that. She wouldn't have got that wrong. Right. Am I the arsehole
Yes, you are.
for sending someone proof that my fiance is ill after they asked for it? Okay. Am I the arsehole for sending someone proof that my fiance is ill after they asked for it? I, 25F, am engaged to my fiance, Joey, 26M. He recently had surgery on his leg and hip, but there were complications, and he has been sick and weak since. We try not to ask for help, but this has put a big financial strain on us, to the point where we've spent our wedding savings on his recovery. We are fine with this, because if we need to have a courthouse wedding, we're cool with it. We just want him to be healthy.
I mean, yeah, that person's health is definitely more important than your important. I don't know why.
More important.
More
It's
important
to
than your
Joey.
wedding.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. He actually is. His leg's been...
Hey, I'm laying here.
I'm laying here. I was walking here, but my leg's fucked. I'm laying here. We just wanted to be healthy, but we did set up a donation page to help with some of the expenses. Fair enough.
Because America, no doubt.
America. A friend of mine, Carla, 25F,
Already sounds like a cunt.
donated $10 about a month ago,
Definitely America.
and I reached out to her to thank her. Last week we posted an update. Doesn't say that, I just like doing that. Not asking for more money, but just to let people know that Joey has had another setback and the doctors are creating an all-new treatment plan for him. Carla commented publicly and said the following. I'm beginning to question if he has actually been sick this long, or if y'all are trying to get more money for your wedding. Who takes this long to recover from surgery, especially when you're an athlete? Oh, fuck me. Really? You want to go there, Carla? Really? You want to... This can't be real. No one would ever say something like this.
Oh, they would.
Oh, fuck me. It's like, they're friends with you. So like, what friend of yours would naturally jump to a conclusion like that?
Yeah. $10 is really a large investment.
It
after
is,
all,
right?
Right? Yeah.
Someone that's your good friend.
My $10?
Oh, I see. A complication. What, because he's an athlete, he's immune to injuries from then
that's
on.
it. Yeah.
Alex Pope. Oh, thank you very much. Did I say a Pope-related thing?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Sounds like I probably did.
Maybe he's on a delay.
Oh, man.
He just went back to the beginning and started.
Listen, it's
Maybe you're preaching. Maybe you're testifying.
Testify.
Hashtag Alex Reply.
Oh,
Jesus. You
oh,
said
Jesus. I said, I'm very offended and appalled that you would accuse us of faking anything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just having a bad day or a moment of bad judgment, but how shamefully low of you. Oh, very nice.
It's a good response. That's much better than what I would say.
Which is,
fuck you, Carla, you twat!
shut the fuck up. Don't know what you're talking about. I sent her, she replied, I want my donation back unless you can show proof that he's sick.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
In a hospital bed or sitting in a doctor's office, anything. My word is not enough. My word is not. I sent her $10 to get her off our backs, but I also sent her a video, the proof she asked for. One of the concerns Joey has had is that he will get severely nauseous if he eats protein, which is what he's supposed to be doing, and when he overexerts himself, which he does sometimes. I sent her a video of him dry heaving into an emesis bag in the middle of a PT.
I know what PT is. I don't know what emesis is.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's meant to be nemesis, but without the N.
Maybe it was the bag that his Sega Genesis came in back in the day.
Back in the day.
It's a Genesis branded bag, or perhaps he's a big fan of the Phil Collins fronted band, and maybe it was a backpack that had Genesis written on it, or perhaps he's very religious and he went to
the first book
a
of the
religious
Bible.
con and bought a tote bag that has Genesis 4:13. I don't know.
Maybe he really likes the project in Star Trek where they transform dead planets into
terraform planets. That's why they brought Spock back to life. Spoilers.
Yeah. In the search for Spock.
It wasn't a good search. They didn't find him, and then he just turned up on his own.
Good point.
It was the moment they stopped searching that they found him. So
that's how it always works, though. When you've forgotten, can't find something, and then turns up.
Yeah. He's
always in the last place you look, Spock. And we looked everywhere.
Have we exhausted our Genesis-related
I think for now. I sent her a video of him dry heaving into an emesis bag in the middle of PT. Now one of his doctors asked us to record his PT so they can see the progression of him not feeling well to hopefully make some adjustments. So I didn't take this video just to send to Carla, but to me it seemed like solid proof since she was asking for it. She said, WTH, I have emetophobia. I didn't know this, and I don't know. By the way, if she said, I want proof that you have emetophobia, send me proof. And this just triggered me so bad. I hope you're happy with yourself. I feel like I've been traumatized. Well, you either have or you haven't. I said, so now you have $10 more to process this trauma and therapy. Personally, I think I just gave her what she asked for. With being so stressed and exhausted, I'll admit my pettiness is 10 out of 10, and my tolerance for ignorance is 0. But am I the arsehole? I mean, it doesn't really matter being stressed or exhausted. I would have been this petty regardless.
Yes.
How is this person your friend?
Yeah.
How is this person your friend?
What I will add to that is all the way go fuck yourself, Carla.
Oh, 100%.
Like, all the way.
You are a cunt. Can I just say, Carla,
order.
you're an awful person.
Like, did you go to college and study being a cunt?
You're such a prick.
You've...
How are you friends? These people are your friends. He's clearly ill, and your first thought is, maybe they're nicking $10 off me.
Yeah.
And this really, really strange, elaborate scheme where they keep having to go to the hospital, rooking everyone, grifting everyone. Go fuck yourself, Carla. You are an arsehole. Where's our button? Let us press it.
Yeah, it's not really much debate necessary, is there?
Goat cunt. Listen, the horny goat tells you to goat fuck yourself. So many options.
Mate, that's a good one.
Goat fuck yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Am I the arsehole for sending someone proof that my fiancé is ill after they asked for it? No, you are not the arsehole. And there's a stamp to prove it. But you should stop being friends with this incredible cunt.
I almost pressed the wrong button.
Because we thought she was an arsehole.
Because Carla's an arsehole.
Yeah.
And her arseholery overrided all things, and I just wanted to press the arsehole button.
I thought that might happen.
The op is not the arsehole.
Correct.
Got that right. Now then, from one arsehole to potentially the next.
Go for it. Go for it. Goat for it.
Hold on, I think Ali wants to say something.
Jez,
Jez. Yes, Ali. How can I help you? Well, that went well, didn't it?
Carry on, sorry.
All right, then.
It was starting to be like, oh, actually, this was it. I remembered now.
He's going to do that. He, she, they. Got me thrown now. Tell me your name, Ali. Am I the arsehole for wanting to...
I forgot
You just
to say
threw me. I know, you threw me because you
because
didn't
I
say
was,
it.
I know, but it's because I was concentrating on it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It ruined my cadence that you didn't say it.
I know because I was concentrating on Ali for some stupid reason.
Right.
Anyway, go for it again.
Yeah, you're going to say it now. It's not appropriate this time, but you're still going to do it.
Yeah,
Right. Am I
Yes.
the... Right, glad you could get that out of your system.
Carry on. I'm not going to say it now. You carry on. I've done it.
You're
I've
a
done it.
liar. You're a fucking
I'm not
liar.
going to say it. Well, now I want to say it. I wasn't going to say it, but now I want to say it.
You would... Fuck off, Ali.
Today, this just in. Ali, fuck up. Cut. They can't cut the news. It's live. Cut.
Also, newsreaders don't have people sat next to them telling them they're an asshole while they're reading the news. That's what Twitter's for. /X/ whatever the fuck it's called these days. Am I the arsehole for wanting my girlfriend to stop setting her alarm extra early only to keep hitting snooze? Am I the arsehole for wanting my girlfriend to stop setting her alarm extra early only to keep hitting snooze? I'm sure there are some contentious debates that exist in your lives that you are automatically jumping to right now. Dr. Fruitbat jumps in with
Not the arsehole.
and there we go. A very relatable
Here we
item.
go.
I, 33M, and my girlfriend, 32F, moved in together a couple of months ago. And everything has been good so far, except for one thing.
My tiny penis.
It doesn't help. Do you notice they said a couple of months?
I know. I nodded really happily when it
Yeah,
happened.
I did feel like you'd be
It was
pleased with
good.
that.
It was good.
We both have to be at work at 8. My job is less than a mile away, so I get up at 7. Hers is about a half-hour commute, so naturally she has to get up earlier.
Wow. Okay.
But here's the thing. Instead of doing it the usual way, she will set her alarm. She will set her voice
Let me
to
goat
fucked.
you. Goat me, bro.
Instead of doing it the usual way, she will set her alarm for 5:30 or 5:40, and then keep hitting snooze until 6:30. Or she'll set it for 5:30 and then reset it for a half an hour later, and so on. Sometimes she'll get up at 5:30 and lay in bed looking at news or memes or whatever on her phone. And when she does that, she usually falls back asleep with no alarm set until either I wake up or she wakes up to my alarm in a panic. The snooze button or the reset are annoying, but this one is worse because when she does it, I am now automatically lying there awake until she either gets out of bed or, usually, falls back asleep so I can wake her back up. Because if I do try to go back to sleep, that's in the back of my mind and I'm all restless. Anyway, this is killing me. It's not that bad, surely.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, this is killing me and I am dog tired at the start of every morning. Jesus. Dogs are never tired. Have you seen how much energy a dog has?
I know, right?
Where's
You're much
that
like a dog.
tired
Dog
thing come
tired.
from? Dogs are not tired. Dogs are cunts. They're not tired.
No. They're awake.
We should get on a t-shirt. Dogs are awake.
Dogs are awake.
And cunts.
Ah, cunts.
Anyway, this is killing me. I'm dog tired at the start of every morning, and usually throughout the day.
So does he broach this with her?
I asked her why she does it. I asked her why she does it that way, and she said she was used to doing it from before, when she used to wake up or run to go to the gym in the morning before work.
But clearly it doesn't work though, does it?
I told her, well, you don't go to the gym in the morning now, so what the fuck are you doing? It doesn't say that, but I embellished.
I like it. I like that better.
It just says, what are you doing? But
What are you doing?
mine's better. All this does is wake us both up. She didn't like that,
No.
and admittedly, I may have been a little gruff. Or maybe he did say it my way.
Ruff.
No. It'd be more energetic than that.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because the dogs are awake.
And admittedly, I may have been a little gruff. This was the start of a morning when I was tired and at my worst.
Dog tired.
Because she just fucking woke me up for the umpteenth time. But I kind of think I've got a point. So, am I the arsehole?
For what? Getting pissed off with her? Is that what it is? How's it phrased?
I mean, that is the crux of what he's asking, but that is not what his question says. I think the question sought to not completely spoil the story, although that was a difficult challenge.
Yes.
The question was, am I the arsehole for wanting my girlfriend to stop setting her alarm extra early, only to keep hitting snooze?
You're not the arsehole.
No.
Because there's a better strategy for this.
Yes, it's called not being a hopeless cunt in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the arsehole.
Boom, that was that decided.
Yeah.
I like that. You really want me to paint my figures, don't you?
I don't give a fuck.
I know, we won't be here to see them painted.
No, indeed. No. But,
You will be here to see the results. And maybe one day, Jeremy, you'll be able to push this figure across some terrain and shoot the shit out of someone with it. Pew, 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 you'll go. Pew, pew, pew. Does anybody here play Warhammer? Help me out. Pew, 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 pew.
I will say,
yep.
and I mean this in a very small degree, I may be more inclined to play the game if I don't have to do any of this bullshit.
Well, I'm enjoying this, so look forward to it maybe in a year's time when I finally got 2 armies ready to go.
I'll book some time in a year. And we'll
What
see how
I think I might do is make the Space Marines and then their natural enemy some sort of alien shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make some alien shit and I'll fight Space Marine versus alien shit. And then we can run them at each other and go blam, 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 blam.
You mean push them at each other?
Yes. Push them closer together. Yes. That's what we're going to do. So many good things. So, actually, we're going to end up finishing early tonight.
Sabutio.
Is a bit Sabutio. Sabutio. Do you know, I wonder if there's an updated Sabutio kind of thing where you can just have other rules about football, where you can just
It's like Sabutio Bloodbath.
Yeah. We should invent that, right? And you
instead
flick
of a
towards
football, you put like a knife on the front of your little Sabutio character and you just flick it another way. It goes through
if
their
it hits
head.
someone else, they take
dead.
damage.
Yeah.
Or they die or something like that.
Yeah.
Sabutio Bloodbath. I like it.
Sabuti no mercy. There you go.
Nailed it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Patent pending though, because obviously we don't have to call it Sabutio. We could just use the concept of
Sabrutio.
Oh!
There you go.
Sabutio Blood Bowl edition. I think I would enjoy that a lot more.
Well, it's got to be better than soccer.
Right.
Anything's better than soccer.
Listen, that concept of flicking things, is that...
It hasn't come back for a while, has it?
No.
I mean, there's Sabutio.
But that, the semicircular thing, is that patented? Can you not... If you want to do something like this, we need it to be...
It's just a weighted fucking bowl, isn't it?
It's a slidable thing. We need to make this.
Patent pending.
All right. So
We'll put it on the list.
A few things to say. Obviously, I'll put something in DGMS at some point soon about we'll all go up to London or down to London, depending on where you are. So if you are interested in watching comedy, eating a burger, and drinking alcohol, or just hanging out while we do that, you don't have to be an alcoholic drinking person. You can drink soft drinks.
Burgerholic.
But if you want to get together, then we'll find out who wants to go and when they can make. Well,
Let's get together.
I'm just going to pick a date, and if you can make it, you can make it, and we'll do another
that's
one.
the best way.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it'll descend into madness.
Yeah. If you can make it, make it. If it's just me and Aletha and you and Keris, then so be it.
This is where you put the date out and me and Karis can't make it.
No, I'll ask you first.
That would be hilarious.
And join the Minecraft server and kick about with us and hang around with us, because it makes my little heart leap to see someone else turn up in there. Normally it's Brogan. Do the women have to come?
Jesus Christ.
They don't have to come. They can make their own decisions. They don't have to come. Oh, lads. Whey! Lads. They do. It's not that. Mind you, I could do, Ali, another lads, one another time. But this one will be lads and lasses. Last. You're all welcome. And I put it on Discord, so Ali, you'll never see it.
Now I understand that you were joking. That was a good joke.
Yeah, well, I got it.
But it did kind of make
because
me
it went back to the fact that we were saying that Ali's a guy, and it all kind of comes back around again.
It was a good callback.
It
was
always
a very
goes
good callback.
I don't have a +1, so I feel out of place. Bring one.
Just hire one. Rent one.
Get one.
Yeah.
Cardboard cut out it.
They're not that cheap anymore.
Banned from Discord.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How do you get banned from Discord?
The same way he's been banned from Twitter and YouTube and all manner of other places, apparently.
Being a terrible cunt.
That'll do it.
Yeah, it will.
And on that note, tune in on Friday on YouTube for the DGMS rerun and come back next week for more live DGMS action.
Yes!
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Is that all we're saying?
And also, go fuck yourselves.
Ah, there it is. It always comes back to that.
Fuck, shit,